out there in YouTube land? Jake of the One Man Band is back again, and welcome to the 40th Hunger Games simulation. And this time, my friends, we're gonna be doing one that you guys have been asking for quite a while. Red versus Blue. And I'm so excited to finally be doing this one. I mean, I've been a fan of Red versus Blue for since almost the very ending of Volume 5. That's when I came in to the Red versus Blue fandom and the knowing what Rooster Teeth was. I had just enough time to finish the Blood Gulch Chronicles before season 6 started, and I've been a fan ever since. I love Red versus Blue. I think it's so hilarious, and hey, now we're going to see our favorite characters actually kill each other for our amusement. All right, my friends, let's go through the lineup. From District 1, we have Sarge and Simmons. District 2, we have Griff and Sister. District 3, we have Lopez and Sheila. From District 4, we have Tucker and Junior. From District 5, we have Church and Caboose. District 6, we have Tex and Doc / O'Malley. I'll go as far as saying that. From District 7, we have Donut and Captain Flowers. We couldn't leave out Captain Flowers. From District 8, we have Vic and Andy. District 9, we have Carolina and York. District 11, we have the Red Grunt and Crunchbite, aka the alien that impregnates Tucker. District 11, we have Washington and Maine, or the Meta, whichever one you prefer. And from District 12, we have the Director and the Counselor. Alrighty, my friends, prepare yourselves, for here we go. We begin the Hunger Games Red versus Blue simulation. The Hunger Games, the Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on the podiums, the horn sounds, and it begins. Sheila runs away from the cornucopia, or rolls away. You know, she has treads. Tucker receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. Not quite his sword, but still a stabby bit. So, you know. Oh my gosh, that is sexual reference and Tucker, bow chicka bow wow. That's what that deserves. Captain Flowers grabs a jar of fishing bait while the director grabs fishing gear. Sister runs away from the cornucopia. Vic takes a handful of throwing knives. Yo, amigo, gonna throw these knives into your chest. What's going on? Sarge runs away from the cornucopia. Andy strangles Donut with a rope. He doesn't have any arms. I'm a ball. I'm a spherical object. Oh, poor Donut. That sucks. I didn't say who I was gonna be rooting for. Oh my gosh. I was so wrapped up in just it being Red versus Blue. Okay, who I'm gonna be rooting for? I'm gonna be going with Church, because he's my favorite. Griff, because he's my favorite Red, and then I think I'm gonna be going with Washington. Have to go with Washington. Those are my three. Be sure you chose yours and you're not dumb like me and just skip over that part. York runs away from the cornucopia. Lopez gathers as much food as possible. Don't think he really needs it because, you know, he's a robot. Doc kills Washington with a sickle wash. No! Why? I chose you because I thought you were a badass. And Doc of all people? See, this is why I was like, it's Doc / O'Malley, because like, Doc's a pacifist. But I know a lot of you people are probably saying, yes, but you can't spell pacifist without saying fist, which is what you throw a punch with. So you have a pacifist need for murder. I can just imagine Doc is just like, I'm sorry, Wash, I really don't want to kill you, but I'm going to anyway. Stab. He's just terrible. Maine runs away from the cornucopia. Didn't think he would, but I mean, it's Maine. Crunchbite and Carolina both run away from the cornucopia. Caboose stays at the cornucopia for resources because he's secretly the smartest. Griff runs away from the cornucopia. Now that's funny! Griff running. Like that would ever happen. Simmons grabs a jar of fishing bait while Church grabs fishing gear. Tex runs away from the cornucopia, Junior rips a mace out of the Red Grunt's hands, and the counselor runs away from the cornucopia. And day 1 begins. Simmons constructs a shack because he needs some form of protection. He likes to have a roof over his head. You know, he's Simmons 2.0. The counselor searches for firewood, Junior thinks about home, Carolina, the Red Grunt, Captain Flowers, and York raid Sarge's camp while he is hunting, and he's probably shooting at them to get away, but he has a shotgun so it has crap range. Caboose receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Not a good idea! This unknown sponsor's a maniac! You do not give Caboose explosives! You don't give him grenades, you don't give him a tank, you don't give him a rocket launcher. He'll just end up killing everyone. Oh, I see what the unknown sponsor did there. Church searches for firewood. Vic, Doc, Sister, and the director hunt for other tributes. Sheila receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Again, this going alongside with what Lopez did. Don't really see the point. She's a tank, but I mean, I guess maybe it's like elbow grease, headlight fluid, you know, stuff like that would keep a tank rolling. Tex overhears Lopez and Griff talking in the distance. Miyake Corsica, yo no habla español. Yeah, I understand. I've never spoken Spanish in my life, Lopez. You know, they're probably just, well, and that's the impediment of Red vs. Blue right there. Someone overhearing some other characters talking. That's what Red vs. Blue is. Andy receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. I mean, I'm not sure how he'll use it. I guess maybe he can somehow duct tape it to his side and just, like, chop people. Crunchbite explores the arena. Maine makes a wooden spear, and Tucker travels to higher ground. Oh, he would like to travel to higher ground. Batchika-pow-wow! 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Donut and Washington have both fallen in battle. Donut has always been one of my favorite characters in Red vs. Blue, just because he's so funny. And it's like almost everything he says is a double entendre, and it's just so funny. And Washington was definitely one of the best characters to come out of the Reclamation series. Night 1. Tex receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Junior is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Griff cries himself to sleep, probably because he hasn't eaten in the past, couple hours. York receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Caboose attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Coming from Caboose, that I can see why it was unsuccessful. Simmons sets an explosive off, killing Sheila, Church, and Doc. No! No, Church! Can you at least come back as Ghost Church? Dang it, man! I lost 2 of my tributes already! Man, this sucks, but, Simmons being able to do that, I could definitely see that. He's, like, one of the smartest ones out there, him setting off an explosive. One of his choice weapons is the rocket launcher. So it just sucks that, man, Sheila's gone, Church is gone, and now Doc is gone, which means he ain't gonna be able to patch anybody up now. Captain Flowers attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. The director and Carolina run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Aww, it's like the game knows that they're father and daughter. That's so cute. Aww. Until she kills him, or he kills her, could be either way. The Red Grunts, the counselor, and Lopez discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. I mean, I would imagine that the counselor would be able to speak Spanish, but I'm sure the Red Grunt is just like ragging on about the flag and how it's so chrome and flappy. Sarge and Tucker sleep in shifts. Well, I don't see Sarge being the one to work with the dirty blue, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Vic stays awake all night. Andy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Maine quietly hums, or growls, I'm guessing. Could happen. Crunchbite starts a fire, and Sister stays awake all night, doing a rave! Sandstorm. Day 2. Caboose defeats Carolina in a fight, but spares her life, just like Caboose would. He beats people and then doesn't kill them, because why would he need to kill them? Sister, the Red Grunt, and the Counselor track down and kill Andy because he is the most dangerous one out of them all. He's a bomb. He can explode and kill everyone. Captain Flowers travels to higher ground. The director and Simmons work together to drown Maine. Oh, it's so poetically justified because that's how Maine dies. He drowns. Oh, and it didn't even take all the Reds and Blues to take him down. It just took Simmons and the director. Who knew that the Hunger Games was where Simmons would shine the most? Oh my gosh, this is just too damn funny, especially if you know Red versus Blue as well as I do. Okay, Tex, Lopez, Sarge, and Junior and Tucker hunt down other tributes. York defeats Griff in a fight, but spares his life. That's good, because Griff is my only guy left, and he needs to survive. Okay, Vic tries to sleep through the entire day. Crunchbite tries to spear fish with a trident. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. 5 tributes have fallen in battle. Sheila, Church, Doc, Andy, and Maine have all fallen in battle. 2 Blues, 2 Independents, and 1 Freelancer have fallen in battle. Man, it sucks. Sucks all these characters are so great. I love Church because he yells at everyone and he gets mad at everything. Okay, night 2. Sister tends to her wounds. Hey, that rave was crazy. She has to get over it. Junior tries to treat his infection. Oh, I see you went to the rave too. You know, he just needs to. Sarge convinces Caboose to snuggle with him. Is this the real Sarge? Because why would he snuggle with a dirty blue? He would not be snuggling with a dirty blue, especially someone as stupid as Caboose. Or maybe like Caboose is like just overly just like, but let me snuggle with you, Sergeant. And he's just like, damn it. Listen, if you snuggle with me, do you just promise to leave me alone and not talk for like the rest of the night? Oh yes, I will not talk for the rest of the night. You just watch. I will not talk anymore. I'm going to snuggle you now. That's probably how it went. Crunchbite begs Griff to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Crunchbite alive. Blargity blarg, honk, blarg, blarg, puts the barrel to his head. Griff's all like, look, dude, killing you would just expend too much energy. Plus, if I kill you now, I won't be able to maybe eat you later. I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry. And you know what? You're the best looking thing out here to eat. Freaking Griff. Captain Flowers tries to sing himself to sleep. York begs for the counselor to kill him, but he refuses, keeping York alive. York, you need to stay alive. You need to be there for Project Freelancer. Tex catches Lopez off guard and kills him. Probably shoots him in the head like she did in season 3 when they were assaulting O'Malley's compound. When he was just ahead, so it was the only thing she could shoot. The Red Grunt fends Tucker, Simmons, and Carolina away with his fire. And Vic kills the director with a sickle. Lots of sickle deaths in this one. Vic is just like, yow, amigo. How dare you stick me in that canyon to watch over a bunch of idiots. Not cool, dude. Be prepared to get sicklified. I'm going to sickle you. I'm gonna harvest you with my sickle. Don't you worry, dude. You'll go into the afterlife, maybe. Do not know if there even is one. I'm just a computer dude. Anyway, if you are going to the afterlife, you're probably going to hell. You've done lots of bad things, dude. Say goodbye, dude. Now you've been stabbed. Bleeding all over my console, dude. Not cool, dude. Probably went too far with that, but I mean, you have to do something, right? Day 3. Griff, Simmons, and Captain Flowers successfully ambush and kill Sister Sarge and Vic. Yo, dude, not cool. I just killed the director. I mean, I killed the only person that was keeping you in this damn canyon. Now you're gonna kill me. Why are you doing that, dude? Why are the Reds fighting each other? I mean, it's a breakdown. Is this a breakdown of civil liberties? Breakdown of teammates? I don't know, dude. I'm just a computer, and now I'm dead, dude. Simmons probably finally turned to the blue side and was just all like, screw it, I'm gonna kill Sarge. Simmons is just breaking in this Hunger Games. He's the most effective person. He's killed Sarge. And I'm guessing Captain Flowers is the one that killed Sister, because I highly doubt Griff would have the gall to kill Sister. But, you know, maybe she's just trapped under the ice again and is gonna come out pregnant. We don't really know. Griff is still alive. That's what's important. Caboose receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The counselor receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Carolina practices her archery. Tex makes a slingshot. Crunchbite runs away from Junior. But that's like your son, offspring, spawn thing. Why would you run away from it? The red grunt collects fruit from a tree. York attacks Tucker, but he manages to escape. Well, Tucker's a pretty good fighter. He has that sword after all. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Lopez, the director, Sister, Sarge, and Vic have all fallen in battle. Man, I can't believe Sarge went out like that, but at least he didn't, you know, experience the seeing of Lopez dead. I mean, oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was everyone's status. I meant to click proceed. Okay, night 3. Let's see what happens. Captain Flowers destroys the counselor's supplies while he's asleep. Tex quietly hums. I'm guessing it's the Blood Gulch Chronicles theme. I mean, that's the only thing I would be humming. Crunchbite defeats Caboose in a fight, but spares his life. I mean, they have a connection. They like each other. Plus, Caboose gave him a lot of high fives with this thing. Look, you're just gonna have to watch the episode to understand. I think it's episode, let's see, 64, I think? Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure, but I know it's in season 4 that it happens. Simmons destroys Junior's supplies while he is asleep. Tucker starts a fire, and Griff forces Carolina to kill the Red Grunt or York. She decides to kill York. Griff, you're breaking down too. You actually made somebody do something. You made someone do something. And Carolina decided to kill York? I thought she had a thing for York. The Hunger Games brings out the worst in people. Day 4. Crunchbite, Junior, the counselor, and Tucker raid Carolina's camp while she is hunting. Caboose, Simmons, and the Red Grunt hunt for their tributes. Griff questions his sanity. I would be too. Griff is actually giving a shit for once. It's probably the lack of food, man. He's going crazy. Tex camouflages herself in the bushes. Probably really easy due to the fact that she has the cloaking ability. And Captain Flowers thinks about home. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. York is the only one to have fallen this time. Dang it, York, you were always the coolest. Why'd you have to die like that? By Carolina's hands, no doubt. Night 4. Carolina attempts to climb a tree, but falls to her. Carolina, you're just not the best with heights. Not ever. And that's like, all the freelancers now are dead? Holy crap. Tucker screams for help. Simmons defeats Tex in a fight, but spares her life. Now you're showing sympathy, Simmons? Now you're showing mercy after you've killed so many others? Man, Simmons, I just cannot get you. And I'm not sure if I like this Simmons. Tucker, Junior is awoken by nightmares. I saw the aqua color and I was just like, Tucker! But no, it's Junior. He's the alien. Caboose severely slices the counselor with a sword, probably by accident. Crunchbite and Griff sleep in shifts. Well, you better be careful, Griff. That's how Crunchbite impregnated Tucker. You don't want to do that. Captain Flowers begs for the Red Grunt to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Captain Flowers alive. The feast! The feast! We're going to the feast! Feast, feast, feast! I mean, Griff has got to go, right? I mean, food is available. He's got to. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, water, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Let's see who goes to the feast. Simmons decides not to go to the feast. Tex decides not to go to the feast. Griff, Caboose, and Tucker start fighting, but Caboose runs away after Griff kills Tucker because Griff's all like, no, this is my food, damn it, you're not gonna take it. And he just, I can imagine Griff like breaking Tucker like Bane breaks Batman, and Caboose is just all like, oh wow, you killed Tucker. That was scary. I think I'm gonna run away now. Ah! He runs away. And then leaving Griff, the person, to eat all the food. Junior decides not to go to the feast. The Red Grunt steals Captain Flower's memoirs. And Crunchbite decides not to go to the feast. Alrighty. Griff is still in this game. Come on, Griff. You gotta do it! Day 5. Captain Flowers discovers a river. Junior receives fresh water from an unknown sponsor. Tex attacks the Red Grunt, but he manages to escape. Crunchbite stabs Griff in the back with a trident. No! Griff! No! You were the chosen one! You were supposed to win! Caboose hunts for other tributes, and Simmons questions his sanity. And you're doing that now? After you've done so much bad? Oh, I need to choose who my 4th tribute is going to be now. As much as I want to go for Caboose, I think I'm going to go with Simmons. I mean, everyone else is probably rooting for Caboose. I'm rooting for Simmons. So let's go, Simmons. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Carolina, the counselor, Tucker, and Griff have all fallen in battle. Griff, at least you died after you ate all the food. That's what's important. Alrighty. Night 5. Caboose starts a fire. Captain Flowers and Junior huddle for warmth. Blag, 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 honk! Crunchbite poisons Tex's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies! Crunchbite, how could you? Now Tex is loose still. She's gonna kill everyone because she's a monster. Red Grunt and Simmons tell stories to each other about themselves. To each other. Well, I could see Simmons droning on about that kind of stuff. Day 6. Caboose sprains his ankle while running away from Captain Flowers. The Red Grunt scares Tex off, probably by waving his flag around all crazy. And Tex is probably just like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this shit. Junior searches for firewood, and Simmons discovers a cave. Ooh, maybe you can use that cave to your advantage. Crunchbite is the only one to have fallen in battle. Only one cannon shot can be heard. You were a gentleman and a scholar among aliens, and it's because of you we have Junior. So we gotta thank him for that. Okay, day 6. Tex fends Simmons, Red Grunt, and Caboose away with her fire. Junior loses sight of where he is, and Captain Flowers dies of dysentery. I mean, I guess it's better than dying of a heart attack from an aspirin overdose, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Dying of dysentery is always one of the worst ways to go. Okay. Day 7. The Red Grunt tries to sleep through the entire day. Caboose tries to spearfish with a trident. Junior diverts Simmons' attention and runs away. Tex receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. If we really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, there's 3 blues left, 2 reds left. So let's see who wins. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Captain Flowers has fallen in battle. He lost his fight with dysentery, the worst way to go. Proceed. Night 7. Tex and Caboose quietly hum. Tex is probably doing, like, you know, the Blood Gold's theme, while Tex is just like, da 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 ya da da. I'm coming, church. You're my best friend. That's what I am to you. I love that song, the best friend song. Okay, Junior cries himself to sleep because, you know, no more dad. Simmons quietly hums. Lots of Blood Gold's Chronicle themes going around. Maybe it's like sneezing or yawning. Once one person does it, everyone else needs to. And the Red Grunt stays awake all night, praising the flag. Alrighty. Day 8. The Red Grunt chases Caboose. But, you know, Caboose gets away. And Simmons constructs a shack. 2 shacks he's constructed now. Are we sure Simmons isn't Jack from Achievement Hunter? Because that's something Jack would do. Then Junior stabs Tex in the back with a trident. Tex taken out by Junior of all people. I guess she wouldn't have expected it from Junior since, you know, the alien baby from Tucker. I mean, nobody really expected much from him. Alrighty. Arena events! There's an arena event! Acid rain pours down to the arena. The red grunt survives! Simmons shoves Junior into a pool of acidic rain, but is pulled by Junior, killing them both. No, Simmons! Simmons, no! Dang it, I didn't win! And Caboose is unable to find shelter and dies! Dang it! Dang it, Caboose! Why didn't you find shelter? And this means, my friends, that with Tex, Simmons, Jr., and Caboose all falling in battle, the only one left is the Red Grunt from Beaver Creek is the winner of this Hunger Games. I can't believe it. I mean, out of all these characters, the Red Grunt was really the only non-named character, if you will. I know Red Grunt is his name, but dang, man, out of all these characters, the Red Grunt wins! Just goes to show, anyone can win a Hunger Games. Alrighty, my friends, thus concludes the 40th Hunger Games simulation. And you know, my friends, I know a lot of you in the comments are probably putting, what about this character? Why didn't you put in this character? Well, my friends, it's because there's probably another Red vs. Blue Hunger Games coming out soon. You'll just have to wait and see. But until then, my friends, did your tribute win the Hunger Games? Did they not? What are some future Hunger Games you might like to see? Be sure to leave them all in the comments below. Be sure to like and favorite if you've enjoyed. Subscribe, of course, if you feel inclined to. I'll see you guys next time I'm out there in YouTube land. Be a good person, tip your waitresses, keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys next time. Yay-ho!